Σπύρο, αν μου
Γεια σας.
επιτρέπεις πάνω σε αυτό, ο Ηρόδοτος εξελινίζει πολλά ονόματα και Αιγυπτιακά και δεν ξέρω τον Ναβουχοδονόσορ, για παράδειγμα, κυρία Λοϊζίδου. Αν δεν κάνω λάθος, στην αυθεντική γλώσσα είναι Αβουχατνεζάρ, δεν είναι? Ο
Okay, based on the comment what the lady did, they add here another information about Herodotus, an ancient Greek historian, who in his writings anyway, in his papers, let's say, he took many names from the Egyptian language, from the Egypt. He took some names from Egypt, and he tried to make them with the Greek letters, to give the sound, to make them sound how it will be in Greek, let's say. And they are speaking about a specific name that in Greek we gave the letters, and we call it Achavodonoso, something like that. And he said that the normal Egyptian name, it's Avuhadnesad. So from this Avuhadnesad, he used Herodotus, this historian, he used the Greek letters, and he make it with the Greek letters now, Achavodonoso, something like that.
Ναβουχοδονόσορ, Αβουχατνεζάρ, και στα Ιταλικά Ναμπούκο έχει και όπερα Ναμπούκο. Εμείς το λέμε Ναβουχοδονόσορ. Μήπως αν επιβάλλουμε πιο καταδικρίσιμας, πιο σωστές προφορές σήμερα, να δημιουργήσει και μια σύγχυση, δεν είναι?
He said that also nowadays we have an opera, and the name of this opera is Nabucodonosor, based on the name of this Egyptian name anyway. And he said that maybe it would be more correct, let's say, when we are taking a foreign name from another language, to put the more close to put the correct letter, so we create a more correct pronunciation that will be more close to the actual name, how it was the foreign name, to sound like this one, and not to make something total new in Greek.
Ναι, ας πούμε, εγώ επειδή ξέρω το ναυδοφωνός, δεν θα το αναγνώριζα διαφορετικά. Για αλήθεια. Οπότε είναι όλα θέμα σύμβασης.
Ναι.
He agree on that. He say indeed this is happening, and all these things and these changes, and anyway the changes from the foreign language to the Greek, let's say, the name. This is a matter of agreement, so we have to agree specific rules that we will follow when we are doing these things.
Σωστό.
Βλέπω ένα χέρι.
Ναι, παρακαλώ.
Someone wants to make a question, and he raised the hand.
Αν είναι το δικό μου να μιλήσω.
Ναι, κύριε Τριγίδη.
Αλέκος Τριγίδης. Εγώ δεν έχω ευχαριστηθεί όλες τις γλωσσολογικές και επιστημονικές παρατηρήσεις και του Σπύρου και των υπολείπων. Δεν είμαι γλωσσολόγος, είμαι ένας απλός γλωσσολάγνος, πρώην οικονομολόγος και ενίεν εμβολιαστής με AstraZeneca.
This guy he introduced himself. He said that he's he listened all these comments and all this presentation. He's not a linguist, but he likes, he loves anything about the languages. He used to be, because now he's retired, he used to be an economologist, like about the finances and the financial field anyway. And he's also vaccinated with AstraZeneca vaccine.
Νόμιζα ότι ήταν πελάτες του Εράσμου τα ερασμιακά, αλλά επίστηκα, καλά, το λέω με διάρκεια.
He said that until now, I had the belief, I was thinking that Erasmus, he says bullshit, like he's nonsense what Erasmus did with the pronunciation. But based on this presentation, he started to be more, this presentation convinced him that maybe it's not, maybe Erasmus said, he said the truth for the pronunciation.
Αστεϊσμού. Επίστηκα ότι όντως μπορεί να αναπαραχθεί με επιστημονικών τρόπων, να είσαι κάπου εκεί και να είσαι κάπου εκεί. Αυτό που ήθελα να πω είναι η αντίληψη μου, η απλοποιημένη, και η προσέγγιση μου όσον αφορά την κυπριακή γραφή.
So he say again that he is convinced after all these comments and the proven evidence that he saw in this presentation, he is convinced that maybe Erasmus is close to the pronunciation, and so all these things are really, they were really true, the way the letters were pronounced in ancient Greek. And he want to focus his comment or question and way it will be, he want to focus a little on the Cypriot dialect here.
Γράφουμε για να διαβάζουμε όπως συγχάνουμε. Το περιβόητο paper ή έγγραφο το οποίο υποσχέθηκα ότι θα τελειώσει το 2060, αλλά εσύ το θέλεις πιο νωρίς, επηρεάστηκε από αυτά που άκουσα απόψε και νομίζω ίσως να το προχωρήσω για να το τελειώσω γύρω στο 2030.
So he's talking about a book or dictionary. It's not so clear in the sound. It's he said he is creating in a way a book or dictionary or something, a text, let's say a book about pronunciation and languages and anything. And he said that he wants to finish this one until 2030, this book. And he will use all these elements, what he hear in this presentation. They will be very helpful and useful for him to add them in his book, because he is convinced now about the pronunciation for the ancient Greek.
Οπότε αν μου στείλεις ή αν μου δώσεις και κανένα οδηγό που να μελετήσω λίγο περισσότερο αυτά τα πράγματα, μπορεί να το τελειώσω πιο νωρίς.
This gentleman, he is asking if it's possible from this professor who made this presentation, if he can give him some books or studies or anything for him to help him to practice them, to check them, to read them, so he can add this information in his own book.
Θα επικοινωνήσω. Ευχαριστώ.
Και μια τελευταία ερώτηση.
The professor said, of course, with pleasure, I can give you this, and he say thank you.
Εσύ από τον κύριο Αλεξάνδερ.
Να επαναλάβω ότι πάρα πολλά ενδιαφέροντα. Να πω δύο πράγματα, το ένα να πω, το άλλο να ρωτήσω. Είχες πει ότι το ρο όταν ήταν στην αρχή της λέξης τονίζεται, να το πούμε με κάποιον τρόπο, και στα αρμένικα υπάρχει, και μάλιστα υπάρχει και γράμμα το οποίο είναι σαν διπλό ρο θεωρητικά.
This guy, he want to specify and talk about the letter Ro, and he said that in the presentation he showed that in one slide he was talking about the Ro, the letter Ro, that when it's in the beginning of the word it has an accent, and he said that the same thing is happening also in the Armenian language. And also he say an additional thing that is happening in the Armenian language is that they have a specific letter for a double Ro, for two R, let's say together.
Η ερώτηση μου είναι πάλι από τα αρμένικα που έρχεται η ερώτησή μου. Όσες ελληνικές λέξεις έχουν μπει στα αρμένικα και γράφονταν με λάμδα, προφέρονται με γ.
He says that he want to make a question that it has to do with the Armenian language, and he says many Greek words that they had inside them the letter lambda, the l sound, the letter lambda. Many Greek words with lambda, he say, that Armenians took them and borrowed them in their language, in Armenian language. Now they are pronounced in Armenian as g, with gamma.
Πούμε Θεσσαλονίκη. Δεν ξέρω, κατοχικός, που είναι καθόλικος στα ελληνικά.
And he's giving some examples, like in the Armenian language, they say Thessaloniki, instead of Thessaloniki that we have in Greek. Also, a word he's giving another example, katogikos, instead of katholikos. So he's giving examples like whatever we have in Greek as a lambda, we have a lambda inside the word. Armenians took them and they put a g sound instead.
Υπήρχε περίοδος όπου το λάμδα προφέρετουν ή ίσως σε κάποια τμήματα που ήταν πιο κοντά στην ιστορική Αρμενία σαν γάμμα.
So the question is, he say, is there any possibility in any period of time or near to or any countries near to Armenia, is there any possibility that the lambda, the letter lambda, to be pronounced as a gamma, as a g sound in any period of time?
Γιατί είναι τυχαίο, είναι μια και δύο λέξεις. Όλες οι λέξεις που προέρχονται από τα ελληνικά και μπήκαν στην αρμένικη γλώσσα όχι πρόσφατα, παλαιότερα, όλες τους καμίας εξαιρουμένης είναι με γ.
And he says that it's not a coincidence, it's not one or two words that is happening this, it's every word that the Armenians took from the Greek language, and in Greek there was a lambda, they borrow it and they put a g sound. So he says that it's not a coincidence, it's happening in every word that he found in Armenian.
Εδώ παίζουν δύο πράγματα ρόλο. από τη μια με ποιες ποικιλίες της ελληνικής ήρθε σε επαφή η αρμενική και δεύτερον η ίδια η φωνολογία της αρμενικής. Την εποχή που δανείστηκε τις λέξεις. Δεν είμαι ειδικός στην αρμενική για να πω σίγουρα τι συμβαίνει. Περίοδος κατά την οποία το ελληνικό λου να είχε άλλη προφορά δεν υπήρχε. Τώρα ίσως κάποιες διάλεκτοι το πολύ να...
So he says that if we can give an answer, he said, to this question, we have to check two things. We have first to look in what kind of Greek variations did the Armenians got the influence. So which Greek variation or dialects they met in that specific period of time to make this from lambda to make it a gamma sound. And he said also we have to check the phonological system of the Armenian language, but he's not an expert in the Armenian language, so he's not sure about to give an answer here. For one thing that he is sure, he said, is that we don't have any evidence that the letter lambda to have a different pronunciation in the Greek language, at least from the ancient until now. So this for sure he says we don't have any evidence about it.
Είχαν το βορειοελλαδικό λ, όχι λ, το οποίο έχουμε σήμερα στη Βόρεια Ελλάδα, στη Θεσσαλονίκη για παράδειγμα.
Πιθανώς.
He says this characteristic that is still happening, and we still have it in Greece, in modern Greek language. In the north of Greece, in some places, they are pronouncing the lambda. They pronounce it as a l, as a more like a double one, l, more strong, let's say. And he says this thing can happen. I mean, it's still happening in some, especially in the north place of Greece. And the guy that he make the question, he said that probably it's true this.
Πιθανώς, ναι.
Ίσως από αυτό, φυσικά στην αρμενική υπάρχει το λου κανονικά, έτσι, ως ήχος. Υπάρχει.
He is wondering, like the Armenian language does not have the lambda, the l sound. They don't have a lambda in their language.
Ναι, βεβαίως υπάρχει. Αλλά τούτο που είπες με το σλάβικο, το λ, δεν είναι σλάβικο, είναι το λ, είναι σλάβικος ήχος.
He says that, of course, Armenian language has the l sound. There is a letter that represents the l sound. And he's wondering this strong, this l that we have in the north Greece. He said, is this Slavic? Is coming from the Slavic languages or no?
Δεν ξέρω θα το ονόμαζα σλάβικο, είναι απλώς μια άλλη...
Εν τους αρέσκει να το λαλήσουν το πράγμα, αλλά είναι η αλήθεια. Είναι ελληνικός ήχος το λ.
The professor here, he wanted to say that he don't think that this is a Slavic origin, this L. And the guy who made the question, he says that people, Greeks, especially Greeks, they don't like to hear that this L, it's a Slavic, but it's the truth, he says. We took it from the Slavic languages.
Όχι, περίμενε. Δεν είναι ότι δανείστηκαν ένα ήχο και όλα τους τα λου έγιναν λ. Στην Βόρεια Ελλάδα το λ εμφανίζεται πριν από συγκεκριμένα φωνήεντα, δηλαδή είναι μέσα στο σύστημα της γλώσσας.
He said that Especially in the North Greece, where we can find this l sound. He said that no one there took, let's say, from a Slavic language. They didn't take they didn't take a sound that there were in that language and they make it in Greek and they put in every single word they make a l. He said that this l, it's we can find it only when there are specific vowels inside the word.
Τώρα αν αυτό οφείλεται σε κάποια επιρροή από τη μίξη γλωσσών που γινόταν στην περιοχή, αυτό δεν το γνωρίζω, αν ισχύει όντως. Αλλά ίσως να είναι ο λόγος που, ξέρω εγώ, μετανίστηκαν από κάποιες τέτοιες ποικιλίες και τόσο να τους έκανε αίσθηση το λ, που να το απέδιδαν ως γ.
He said that he's not so sure. He don't know if in this specific the north side anyway of Greece they got some influence from other languages that or other countries that they were near close to them, and that's why they took maybe from them this l sound and they have it in their accent and their way of speaking. And he said maybe can happen this and. It's maybe like this he say also maybe this can be an explanation also for the Armenian language because they were hearing from Greeks l, they make it as a g when they took the words from the Greek and they make it in the Armenian language.
Αυτό δεν το γνωρίζω, ναι.
Okay.
He says that he don't know about this. He's not so sure about it, and he cannot give any more information.
Να ευχαριστήσουμε όλους από το ακροατήριο και ιδιαίτερα τον ομιλητή μας. Ήταν εξαιρετική η διάλεξη. Σπύρο, σε ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ.
We would like to thank you everybody for the presentation, especially the professor who made this presentation. Everything was very interesting and very, very important and useful.
Καλό βράδυ σε όλους και να υπενθυμίσουμε ότι την επόμενη Τρίτη θα μιλήσει η κυρία Καλλιώτη Πρωτοπαπά για τον Παστό στα έθιμα του Κυπριακού γάμου.
He said we would like to remind you that next Tuesday, we will talk about some traditional customs that we have in the Cypriot marriages.
Ήταν η διακόσμηση του νηφικού δωματίου.